This is Landry. So, a few things that I just wanted to touch on really fast is a blueprint. And a lot of people think there's blueprints for business, blueprint for life, blueprint for even this these methods that I have been showing even for my students. And I thought I would make this public to kind of just share with everyone, not just them. So the past week I've been working on something a little bit, and as I've been working on it, I've come to revalue everything as far as how I learn and the things that I'm teaching. And these are the things I touch on with my students, and I want to touch on with everybody. So, following the blueprint. So these are the keys to success, right? There's patience, is number one. Two, small victories. Three, count the potential. And four, make a move. And I'm going to go ahead and break down each one of those, and I won't take too long doing this introduction. Let's just get into it. So, patience. So think about this story next time you think to just rush things or cut corners. And again, I could easily be talking just to my students, but I can also be talking to all of you who are out there who are actually trying Paxful for the first time, or just your own business life and situations. Like I said, I'm a digital marketer on the side as well. I'm also a Paxful trader, so I'm either one. But the point is that I have patience in both. And if you ever heard the story of the tortoise and the hare growing up, I know that was one of my favorite stories growing up in about second grade. I heard it inside the lunchroom from one of the teachers. She told it to quiet down all the kids when they had the big thunderstorm and no kids can go out for recess. Well, the tortoise and the hare, we all know the story, right? The hare being so confident he's going to beat Mr. Slow Turtle over here, and he was super fast. He pretty much ran, could have gotten to the finish line, but instead he stops to chat to all the fans and things like that, and he's going along not paying attention because he hasn't made, and slow Mr. Turtle just kept going the race, just kept going the same speed that he was going until he got to the end. He didn't turn to the side, didn't turn to the left, didn't start anything new, and he won that race. And it was like one of the greatest, victories in history, sort of say, or history that didn't really happen. Well, the thing is, guys, it's the same thing as with Paxful. A lot of you who are just starting out are just like, oh, I'm ready to hit home runs. I'm just gonna trade $2,000, $5,000 today. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna make that profit. That's all well and good, guys. But I'm more impressed by the person who has a foundation made, who starts off small, understands the things he needs to do. He repeats the steps, repeats the process over and over and over again. And that guy, as time goes on, is the one who is doing, $200,000 a month in trades and $300,000 a month. One guy that I know, 1.5 million in trades a year. So, and it all starts with patience, slowly running that race. And it's consistency over and over each day, and that's how you're going to win the race. So if you're starting out thinking I'm about to knock out some home runs, I'm about to do 8,000 a day, you're crazy. Even with me doing digital marketing for years and things like that, it'd be so funny because as a young one, I used to tell people, you'll be profitable, and then in 30 days I'm going to make you 20,000 in profit. Nonsense, crazy. Now, I have made a lot of clients that much money in 30 days, but it took years for me to develop a foundation and build it out. Something that your clients don't see when you come working for them. They don't see all the sweat you've put in and all the things you've learned. All they see is, wow, this guy just fixed all my campaigns and everything in 20 minutes. They don't see all the hard work. So again, I know I showed you guys all those numbers when I did the webinar a few weeks back. Yeah, those are numbers that happened over time, guys. I didn't just do that out of the blue. So the same with you. Slow and steady wins the race. And that goes for you guys who haven't, who I'm not teaching or anything. Go trade on Paxful. I want you to try it out for a little bit. I want you to do those trades. If you're already trading, great. Slow and patient, man. Slow and patient. So number two, small victories, okay? It's about the little wins, all right? I'm a guy who's really big on showing illustrations and things like that. So that's just my sort of thing. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this story, right? So I want you to understand progress is progress no matter how small it may seem. Now, this story is Milo, or as some might say Milo. My wife is Greek, so I'm sure she would she would get so mad if I was saying this wrong, but it's fine. Milo of Crouton, right? Probably pronounced that wrong either. Oh well. The point of the story is this guy was a famous wrestler in the Olympics. He was a six-time wrestler, bodybuilder guy in the Olympics, and everybody admired his physique and things like that. Well, how he got that physique was a little interesting. So he had a little baby calf, right? Or whatever you call a small sized bull. So he had a little baby calf, and he would pick that calf up, put the calf on his shoulders, and he would walk around for hours all day, every day. And he would do this every single day, and people would laugh at him. They'd point and say, what is this guy doing? It was unheard of. It was crazy. A little while later, he's still picking up the calf, but now the calf is growing the same way he's growing, and before you know it, it's a full-on bull, and he's carrying this bull around the entire city and things like that because he's grown accustomed to it. So you may think, well, what does this have to do with Paxful? What does this have to do with sales and things like that? Well, it's pretty easy, guys. Progress is progress, no matter how small it seems. I said it. I read it. It's there. You can read it, right? So he started off with this small baby calf, and he's carrying it over and over every day. And it's the same thing with Paxful and the trades that I'm teaching my guys now. Hey, I'm in it for the small victories. The other day, one of my guys said, hey, I got this one trade, I don't know, $200, $100, and he's like made 20% off of it, and he was happy. Hey, I'm happy about that victory because I know as he keeps going, it's going to be more. Maybe it's $20 there. Maybe the next day it's 40. Then the next day 80. Then after, a year, it's going to be, hey, he's cashing in to, $5,000 a day in profit, $20,000 a day in profit because he's slowly building it. He's seeing that progress and he's making moves, and I want you guys to make moves too. So with this same thing about progress is this guy had to have, and I'm getting into number 3 here, but he also had a vision to do these things. I mean, who else would pick up this calf and say, hey, if I just keep carrying this calf, the calf is going to get bigger, I'm going to get bigger. As the calf grows, I'm going to keep growing. And so that brings us into our next step. Count the potential. You must have a vision and set goals on improving based on the actions you have taken now. That guy was taking the action of, I'm going to pick up the bull. I'm going to keep walking with it because I have a vision that as the bull gets bigger, I'm going to get bigger. And my goal is by the time this baby calf is full grown, I'm going to be able to carry it, right? So again, I have recently just started trading on a brand new Paxful account, brand new all of that stuff, and I'm doing it in order to see the things that my students see and stuff like that, and maybe share with you guys some gold nuggets, right? Well, again, I just talked about small victories. Look at that, starting out. Small victory, and this is trading like 1 or 2 hours on a brand new account, applying the same things I'm teaching them. So again, this was day 1, just traded $200 and got about 16%, and 16% is about an average on the day, an average for the whole day. Some of my trades might have been a little bit higher than that, but look, and I netted $32. I'm pretty happy about that. You got to remember the small victories. And so then day number 2, what do we get? 180. But and you might say, well, that trade was a little bit lower than the day before. That might be, but look at my rate now. Look at how my average has gone up. And you're saying, Landry, but again, you netted a little bit. That's okay because I'm happy with the actions I have taken to get to this point. Whether that be trading with the same people, whether that be getting on to Paxful again, going right to my past trades and telling those guys, hey, guess what? Your favorite trader is back. Let's go ahead and get this trade done. Go ahead. I have $20. I have $30. How much you have? You have 50. I have 60. Whatever it may be. But I want them to know when I'm on, they want to be happy to trade with me. And so it's those little things like that that gave me that little bump. And now I have a vision because my vision is to get this rate over to 30, 40% and stuff like that. So when I'm trading this much, it's a good day, right? And then moving on, day 3, and you saw this was even better because I'm motivated now. The vision is there. I told you what I want to do. And so what did we do? Day 3, we did 700 in trade. And guess what? That 1625 is there because guess what I did? I went back to all those people that I traded with. Hey, guess what? Your favorite trader is back. And you know what? I'm going to give you guys a discount because you guys are so awesome. You guys are so awesome. And look at how much that netted me on the day. And then we move on to day 4, and I'm more happy about day 4. And you're like, well, Landry, why are you happy? You only traded 450, but look at the rate. That's the vision I want. I said my vision is to get all of this over to 20, 30%, 40%. And then we can start worrying about the amount traded. If I can get here all day and then the next day get 20, then the next day 25, I'm really happy about that, right? Because the next time I get all the way down to day 10 when we're trading 1,500 a day and my rate is then at 25%, well then now we're doing something. And now we're on now we have that snowball effect going. So guys, you have to have a vision and you got to set goals on improving, but you can only do that based on the actions you have taken. Right? I made some actions right here. I moved, traded 200, knew it was 16%, and said I'm going to do better the next day. And that's what I did on my rate. And then I said I want to keep it here, but I want to do better in the trading the next day. And I did. So guys, you have to take some actions and you got to set goals and have a vision on those things. And then wrapping this up, just a little warning, guys. This is a little graphic on this next slide, but it proves a point. So make a move. Stop waiting around. Remember this guy right here? This Milo, whatever you want to say his name is. Well, story goes in Greece that this guy, as he got older, he wanted to see if he was still that strong man and all those things. So he went to go, I don't know if it was he was punching a tree, he was trying to split a tree, but his hand got stuck. And when his hand got stuck, he couldn't make any moves and he was just stuck there. And before you know it, it started getting dark inside the neighborhood, started getting dark around the city. And all of a sudden, a bunch of wolves started coming out and they smelt the fear. They saw this old man who was stuck, who was there all day being drained out, and they ate him to death, is how the story goes. Getting complacent. Guys, you got to make a move. I just talked about those 4 steps right here. And if you get to here and you're not making any moves, you're not taking action, the wolves are going to get you. And I don't mean wolves as in just actual literal wolves unless you're out inside the forest somewhere or something like that. But I'm talking about the wolves of, oh, I got to get this bill paid. Oh, I got to get that paid. Oh, the inconsistency of NFTs. Oh, this. Oh, that. What's next? Well, I'll tell you what's next. If you don't make a move, guys, you're going to get devoured. But again, that's just to kind of light a candle underneath you. Don't take it as anything other than me just motivating you to move. So guys, if you haven't started trading Paxful, go for it. Seriously, guys, make a move, take a step, and get it done, guys. Get 1 trade done. And then after that, get 2 trades done. Try to get that rate up like I was doing before. I'm really happy about this because I have a vision and a goal set, right? And I don't want this to happen to you guys at all. So again, if you aren't already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel where I will continue to drop weird nuggets and stories like this, but also join my free Discord. All that information is going to be below, and it's just to kind of help you guys out with more tips because I'm going to start adding more tips, more things like that, so you guys can be better traders, better businessmen, or whatever it is, guys. Whether you want to just, make a steady 113 a day or whatever, hey, I'm here for it, and you should be too. This is Landry Black. Thank you for watching.